Hello, YouTube viewers. I'm bunkergamer82, and I'm going to be looking at G.I. Joe for the arcade. Now, I'm going to play as a real American hero. G.I. Joe was huge when I was a kid. Absolutely huge. Now, I had some of the toys. I definitely didn't have a lot of the big ones. I went more towards Ninja Turtles. You know, all that stuff was expensive, but the G.I. Joe stuff was real damn expensive. You had like the command center and all that stuff. All the different vehicles. I mean, like, it was overwhelming. Now, this is a run and gun game. I've seen several games like this. This is probably one of the best ones, though. Really cool graphics on this game. So many awesome arcade games. I remember really being impressed with the G.I. Joe movie as a kid. Now, I ain't no expert on G.I. Joe. There could have been several movies. I don't know. I saw a movie as a kid that was the cartoon, and I remember being blown away by it. Now, I haven't seen any of the uh, more recent G.I. Joe movies, you know, the ones that were done by actual people. I got no idea. I heard they were good, and I also heard they were terrible, so I don't know if I'll ever get to them. You know, you can never unwatch a bad movie. All you can do is not watch it to begin with, so then it doesn't corrupt your brain. I'm weird with that shit though too. Though you know, like I've never seen any of the Transformer movies. People go on and on and on and on and on about those Transformer movies. The only Transformers I've ever seen was the original cartoon, which was badass. I have the whole collection. Like that is awesome stuff. And I believe the movie that was a cartoon. Though I'm lying to you now because I actually recently saw the cartoon that Netflix made, which was pretty good. Not bad at all. But those movies, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to see uh, rapping robots. That's ugh, you know. Really cool visual effects here. tons of enemies on the screen at once. Like, this is a badass game. This definitely should have been ported to a system. I mean, I'm not talking about back then, because they wouldn't have been able to handle it, but I mean, like, now, present day. Clean up the graphics, make them more crisp. Pop them out on, whatever, you know? Of course, I'm sure you'd run into some, you know, copyright issues and all that shit. I think it was Konami who made this. I can't remember what the beginning logo said. See, now as we're running, we're getting closer and closer to this building. Extremely similar to several other arcade games that I've played. That I, you know, can't remember the names to, but... Can't remember this one too good as a kid in the arcade. Like, I remember playing it, but that's about it. I don't really have a good memory of it. Or should I say a detailed memory. I just know that I played it. I was into G.I. Joe, but, you know, I was much, much more so into Transformers and Ninja Turtles at the time. I watched it and I liked it. Just like He-Man. You know, I was into He-Man. People always shit on the live-action He-Man movie. I thought it was awesome. I thought Dolph Lundgren was fucking dead on. I mean, that man was He-Man. But, you know, a lot of He-Man fans... They shit on that movie. They do not like it. Which I get, you know, it wasn't in Eternia. Well, it was for like 5 minutes, and then they came to our world. But I thought the characters were awesome. He-Man was awesome. Skeletor was awesome. Yeah, I had that movie on VHS when I was a little kid. It's weird to think about that stuff. You know, it's weird to think about, you know, like, I was a little kid, I had a VCR, man. Like, those things were fucking expensive. My dad had given me his old one, which had to be refurbished at a VCR repair shop. Yeah, it was actually a VCR and TV repair shop. Because you used to have to, you know, you used to bring in your VCRs, your TVs, and repair them. Because that was much, much cheaper than purchasing a new one. People forget how expensive VHS tapes were. They were fucking expensive. You know, them fucking things were $80 and shit, man. You count markup of modern day? What is that, like $200 for a movie? But the whole kicker was you could watch this movie whenever you wanted. If you wanted to watch that movie 100 times, you could do it. Yeah, I don't remember the brand of my first VCR, but it was silver. It had a blue digital clock on it that I could never set. You know, and I've been pretty good with tech my whole life, and I was good with it as a kid. And for the life of me, I could not set that fucking clock. It was always blinking. Always blinking. I don't know why they made it so hard to set. Now, if I had the instruction booklet, I probably could have figured it out. Probably would have, you know, said, you know, you have to set it, like, when there's a full moon, in November, and you gotta dance on one foot and eat a pineapple while you're doing it. Then you could set the clock on the VCR. It was fucking crazy. Now I'm doing this with a controller. This is another game where I probably should have hooked up my arcade stick. Would probably work a bit better. But I mean, it ain't bad. I think I'd just be a little bit more accurate. Well, let's try someone else. Roadblock. Bam! Oh, he's got an automatic fire. I don't have to keep pressing the button. That's nice.
I can't wait to see you. It's showtime.
I'd tell you, if there was a terrorist group that was as organized and well equipped as Cobra, we'd be in big trouble. Oh, you know what? Never mind, I do have to press the button. Must have been a power-up. So you get a power-up and you don't have to keep pressing the button to shoot. Is that it? Yep. Shit. I'm learning here. Though I liked G.I. Joe, I liked Cobra more. Cobra was fucking awesome. I mean, Duke was a badass. Yeah, he was a very cool character. I don't remember a lot of the other ones, but Duke was fucking awesome. But Cobra Commander was the shit. And then that weird guy that was above him wore the yellow Cobra suit or what the fuck ever. I don't remember his name. Yeah, Cobra was freaking cool. Another big character, Snake Eyes. Everybody remembers Snake Eyes. Look at this freaking thing. This is an awesome boss battle. Oh! I know it was a kid's cartoon show, but man, I just thought it was amazing how none of the main characters would ever die. I don't know if they ever showed anybody dying. I'd have to rewatch the show to... Yeah, I know they were all shooting lasers and like the enemies that go down, but I don't remember anyone ever dying. I always hated that shit. I used to piss me off as a kid. You know, nobody'd ever die. Which I guess is true to modern day. Even in movies, you know, like, it's pretty rare for a main character to die. You know, I grew up with all the action movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all that shit, which I loved. But man, that's some cheesy shit. He'd kill 100 guys, and he'd be fine and dandy. One of the best movies that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life is called Deadly Prey. Now that man literally killed probably 1,000 soldiers. He got shot by a tank twice, I think. He got shot by helicopters. His arm had been dislocated, and he popped it back in by placing a rock in between his arm and his body and pulling on it. He was shot, I think, at least 8 times in the movie. He would get shot, and then he'd roll on the ground and get back up, and then he's fine. Like, it was fucking crazy. If you've never seen Deadly Prey, go watch that movie. Find it. Find that movie wherever you can and fucking watch it, because it is hilarious. That's a good movie to put on when you have a bunch of friends over or something. You want to fucking laugh. That is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. There were so many ridiculous scenes. In one scene, he ate worms, you know, because he was a survivalist, and he found a worm and he cleaned it with his spit and then ate it. Absolutely ridiculous movie. It's got my vote for the best worst movie ever made. You know, I liked The Room. That was a really funny movie. I liked Troll 2. That was a really funny movie, but Deadly Prey's got both of them beat. Nothing comes close to that. It is the best of the worst. Alright, what do we got? You know, for that matter, where the hell's all the damn laser guns? I thought at this point in my life, I would be able to purchase a laser weapon. Where's the damn laser guns, man? Where's the hovering cars? Where's the fucking pills that contain an entire meal? We were promised a lot of shit. And where the fuck is the goddamn, colonized Mars? I should be living on Mars, damn it. What the hell am I still doing here? They promised a lot of shit and they didn't deliver. You know, back in the 80s, we thought there's a whole bunch of shit coming. They did give VR. I will give them that. You know, I was so excited for VR in the, well, very late 80s, early 90s. And they sucked it up. But it made a comeback. I fucking love VR. I play it a good amount, actually. I have many, many games for VR. I just got done playing Resident Evil 4 for VR. For, what the fuck is it called? Oculus Quest 2, or what the fuck ever. Badass game. That is the best version of Resident Evil 4 I have ever played in my life. And I played them all. You know, I had purchased that game over and over and over. I first originally owned it for GameCube. And then PlayStation 2. And then I think I bought the PC version. And then Xbox 360. PlayStation 3. Xbox One. I owned it for Wii. Nintendo Wii. I owned it a lot of damn times. The only flaw of the VR version is it doesn't have Mercenaries mode and it doesn't have either of the expansions, which fucking sucks. But it's got the main base game, and it was just so... I ripped through that game. That game is so easy in VR. You know, everything is so precise. The aiming, the controls, everything is just... You can just rip the shit out of that game. It's probably the quickest I ever beat it. Just because of those superior controls. You know, in Resident Evil 4, the controls were very hard to get used to. I remember that on the GameCube. That blew me away in the GameCube. You know, like, I was pretty disappointed with the lineup for GameCube. You know, I didn't really care for Zelda Wind Waker, and I love Zelda games. That's my least favorite game. I didn't really care for Mario Sunshine very much. For them to call that, you know, the sequel to Mario 64, didn't live up to it in my opinion. Not even close. There were some good games on the GameCube. Eternal Darkness was amazing. But Resident Evil 4 is the one that blew me the hell away on GameCube. It was exclusive at the time. It was the only system to have it for at least like a year or something. Till the PlayStation 2 one came out. It was... That's one of my most... I'm going to say it. That is my favorite Resident Evil game. And I like them all. You know, people go back and forth on that. They like the newer ones. They like the older ones. Everyone's got an opinion with Resident Evil, but... I like every single Resident Evil game to ever come out. Every single one of them. Good ones, the bad ones, whatever. I own all the Resident Evil movies. I liked the most recent Resident Evil movie to come out, which is I don't remember the fucking name, but it goes off the games for the storyline. It wasn't the best. You know, there was a lot of problems with it, but damn it, it's Resident Evil. And if I can put up with Melina Jovovich in all those other Resident Evil movies, I can put up with some bad shit with the newest one. I hate her as an actress. I cannot stand her. I think her main character is stupid as shit in those movies, and she ruined every single movie. For me. You know, I know there's people that like her, whatever. I've seen actual potatoes that can act better than her. An actual potato. And if you put the bikini on the potato, it's basically her. You know, just a potato running around in a bikini. That's her acting ability. And I know I'm being harsh, but all seriousness, I've never cared for her. I didn't like her in The Fifth Element. Her talking all that gibberish I thought was stupid as fuck, and I know she won awards for that shit. I don't get it. And, all those movies, ugh. If I had to pick one that I liked the most, it'd probably be the first one, I guess. Like I said, I own them all, but they really weren't good. Especially the last one, Final whatever. Ugh. I almost turned that one off. Hey, it's Destro. Yeah, I almost couldn't take it. But, I bought the damn movie, so I finished it. The problem with the Resident Evil movies is every single one of them had good parts. Just in the whole, the movies weren't good. And I'm sorry, making all the main characters of Resident Evil secondary characters, What were you thinking about? What are you, fucking retarded? You know, I know Mabibovich is your wife, but, I don't... I'm sure you think she's great and awesome. Ugh. I don't go back to those movies very often because her acting ability pisses me off so much I start screaming at the damn TV. You know what? I'm not an actor in any way, shape, or form. I still feel that I could do her part better. I could play her exact part in that movie and do a better job, in my opinion. Now, I'd make one ugly woman, but I bet you I could still act better than her. Her acting ability is that of a raisin. Just take a raisin out of a box and, you know, out of the raisin box and throw it on the ground. Same thing. Take that, Destro. I love me some 80s nostalgia, though, boy. You know, growing up in the 80s was fucking awesome. There were so many awesome things about it. Oh, the clothes weren't that good. Everybody looked like a moron. Music was badass, though. Some of the best metal ever made, and that's a lot of that stuff I listen to this day. Fucking Megadeth rocks. You know, I will be an 80-year-old man driving down the street listening to fucking Megadeth. Kids will be all like, "What's that music that old man's listening to?" Be like, when my grandpa used to listen to his music, man. I mean, like, it's a weird thought. Maybe that's a thing with getting older, though. All of a sudden, everything starts becoming lame to you. Like, a lot of the new stuff is lame. Movies start getting lame. Video games get lame. Everything just seems annoying. People are obsessed with social media. Obsessed with it. You know, I go on a bit. I don't know. I'm not that into it. I use it to, do jokes and stuff. There's Cobra Commander. I don't know when Cobra Commander gained all these special abilities. Shooting fire out of his hands and shit. Oh. He was a robot. A ruse. Holy shit. That's awesome. Again, amazing visuals in this game. Absolutely amazing. Whoa. I've died so many times. This is another arcade game that was a definite coin eater, man. This game would eat your quarters right the fuck up. That is awesome. Very fucking cool. You know what I'd love to see? A G.I. Joe RTS. How fucking badass would that be? I love real-time strategy games, and the G.I. Joe universe would be absolutely perfect for it. Just perfect. Yeah. I wish RTSs were more popular than they are. That is a series that just hasn't been doing good for many, many years. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. That was G.I. Joe Arcade. Please like and subscribe, and you have yourselves a great day.